What's up, YouTube? This is your girl Shanita C, aka the Beauty Influencer, coming at you with another YouTube video. In this particular video, you guys will see how I create this simple, easy dish of green beans and potatoes that's perfect for the holidays. So if you guys are interested to see how I create this dish, then please stay tuned. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's jump into this video. I wanted to do a voiceover video for you guys just to kind of walk you through how I create this dish. So right now you guys see that I have a few potatoes soaking in water, and the potatoes that I choose for this dish is the russet potatoes, also known as the bacon potatoes. I have used red potatoes in the past, but for this particular dish and for this particular video, I will be using the bacon potatoes. And right now you guys are seeing me kind of cube the potatoes. This is the way that I cut all of my potatoes. Even when I'm doing other dishes like French fries, for example, I like to go ahead and kind of peel off some of the skin of the potato, but not all of it. And then you guys are going to see me cube the potatoes into smaller pieces just to allow for a even cook time. So as you guys can see, that as I cube the potatoes, I go ahead and then place them back into the water just so that the potatoes will not brown. Another way that you guys can stop the browning process for the potatoes, at least long enough as to while you're cubing the other potato, is to squeeze lemon juice into the water. This is optional. It really doesn't matter. I knew that it wasn't going to take me long to go ahead and cut up the potatoes, so I didn't squeeze the lemon juice in, but you guys can go ahead and do that if you have more potatoes than what I have. So the next step in this cooking process is to go ahead and drain the water off the potatoes, which you guys seen me do off screen. I didn't showcase it. And then I'm getting ready to prep my bacon. I am using the low sodium bacon, but you guys can use whatever bacon or even ham that you have on hand. So the next step, you guys will see where I am cutting up the bacon. Whatever your meat of choice is, you want to go ahead and cut the bacon or the meat of choice that you do have. And I decided to make this process easier by using the cooking shears, but you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and use a knife to go ahead and cut up your meat of choice. Now, I am using half of this pack of bacon. You guys can use how little or how much more that you prefer. Again, this is optional. This is based on your preference, what you prefer when creating this dish. Again, this is the way that I create mine. And in the bottom of the pan, I do have it lined with a little bit of EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, but you guys can use whatever oil that you have on hand. Okay, so in the next scene, you guys will see where I have finished cutting up the bacon, and I'm going in with a little bit more of extra virgin olive oil just to add a little bit more oil to the pan just so the bacon will not stick, and also just to kind of semi-crisp up the bacon. Again, I don't want to crisp up the bacon too much because at the end of the day, we are going to steam the potatoes and the green beans, and it's going to automatically make the bacon soft again. So I do not prefer to crisp up the bacon, just do like a semi soft to hard cooking of the bacon, but this is optional. I also wanted to say that the fat that will be rendered from cooking this bacon, you do not want to drain any of that. That fat will be very flavorful for both the potatoes as well as the green beans. So you want to keep all of that in the pot. Please do not drain that. But if you prefer to drain it, that is optional. Again, this recipe is totally based on you guys' preference. But for me, I will be keeping the fat in the pan. Okay, so in this next scene, you guys will see me adding in those potatoes that have been drained. Please make sure that you drain all excess water prior to adding the potatoes into the sizzling hot pan. Okay, so the next step would be to go ahead and stir and mix in together the potatoes and the bacon just to kind of get them incorporated with each other. So you guys see where I then placed the lid over the pot just to kind of go ahead and get those potatoes softened up. So while we are doing that, I am going to go ahead and do a rough chop on this onion. Now adding in an onion is totally optional. I prefer a yellow onion, but you guys can use whatever onions that you have on hand. Even shallots would work for this dish. Okay, I am continuing chopping up the onions and adding them in the pan as I am chopping them, just to allow a little bit more space for the remainder onions. And yeah, the smell of onions and bacon, especially with potatoes, smells oh so good. Again, you guys can use how little or how much onions that you prefer. I love onions, so you guys will see me use quite a bit. And this is what the food is looking like at this point. It smells so good in this house, you guys. Oh my God, I cannot wait for you guys to see the finished results. Please stay tuned and let's see the next step. So as you guys can see, I have added in a little bit of seasoning, and I am just testing the tenderness of the potatoes by using a knife. I like my potatoes to be pretty much soft, almost mush almost. This is what I prefer. Again, you guys can cook it to the doneness that you prefer, but it is perfect for me at this point. And now we are going to go ahead and add in your green beans. I prefer the frozen petite green beans. Again, you guys can use whatever green beans that you have on hand. I know some people even use canned green beans, but again, I prefer the frozen petite green beans. So at this point, we're just going to go ahead and mix up everything in the pot with the green beans, and then we're going to go ahead and add in some additional seasonings. This is the seasonings that I applied prior to adding in the green beans. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys again the seasonings that I used, since I did not record that part previously. So I am finishing up seasoning this recipe, and the next scene you guys will see the finished results. And what do you guys think? Is this something that you guys will use for the holidays, for that special dish? Okay, it is so good. Oh my God, it's super good. And yes, until next time, you guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.